So this is not really a subject that will interest everybody, but the questions come in about a certain type of iconography for an historical person named Wangdu Nyingpo. Now, Wangdu Nyingpo, his dates are roughly 1763 to 1806, and I don't know that they're actually precise. They might be a year or two either way. I've not really had it confirmed as to his exact dates. But he belongs to the Khon family of the Sakya tradition. Khon family, of course, it predates the Sakya tradition. And he was I believe, the 32nd Sakya Tridzin, although there's different ways to enumerate who are the Sakya Tridzins, because it's not like based on a reincarnate person system. And so sometimes people served as a Sakya Tridzin very briefly, sometimes longer, and sometimes are counted, other times are not. But there are certain systems that are used, but there are also variant systems of numbering. Now, what's special about Wangdu Nyingpo? Well, actually, he appears in art. That's why it's of some interest. He was a Sakya Tridzin, head of the Sakya school throne holder for a period of time. He was also considered the second Padmasambhava of this age. He was not just a Sarma practitioner, but he was also a Terton. He was a treasure revealer and had supposedly numerous previous incarnations of important people aside from Padmasambhava, such as Marpa, Choki Lodro, Jetsun Trungpa Gyaltsen, the Mahasiddha, Krishnacharan, and the Mahasiddha Guyasiddhi. So he has quite a pedigree in his sort of mythology of previous incarnations. Now, when it comes to art, we have three main appearances that we can sometimes see Wangdu Nyingpo in, because he is used as a guru yoga figure. There are guru yoga practices that focus on Wangdu Nyingpo, because at the time, during the 18th century, he was quite famous, and he had a lot of students, and they wanted to continue to have some practice related with him. So it is quite common to find him depicted as Padmasambhava. He has, in his right hand, he's holding a Vajra scepter. In his left hand, he has a skull bowl, possibly a long life vase, and he has a Khatvanga staff leaning against the left shoulder. So this is following the sort of the appearance of Padmasambhava. But then we have a Guru Yoga appearance, and the Guru Yoga appearance is a little bit different. He's standing, wearing a red upper robe, a white lower robe. He's wearing a hat. Now, there's some controversy about the hat. Some teachers like to say that the hat should be the typical Sakya-style red pandita hat with the lappets folded over the top. However, there's an early text written by Wangdu Nyingpo himself, where he writes his own Guru Yoga, and in that Guru Yoga, he's wearing a lotus-style cap, but with a black raven bird on top. In his right hand, he's holding a hammer. In his left hand, he's holding the obstacles or demons of the 12-year cycle, and putting them into a container, into an enclosure. So that's typical for this Guru Yoga practice, and then there was at least one further Guru Yoga practice written later with this same iconography. Then we can also find him quite commonly portrayed doing the Vajra embracing gesture. Vajra embracing gesture is where a deity such as Vajradhara is holding a Vajran bell, but then crosses them at the heart. And that's a Vajra embracing gesture. There are other miscellaneous forms of Wangdu Nyingpo, and there are also forms which can be found at the center of painted compositions that depict his life story. So there can be a variety. Some are narrative based, and then some are actually Guru Yoga based. One thing that is common to a lot of the different iconographic depictions is that he often has the eyes wide open and in a very kind of a staring, wide open staring manner. So he also has very long hair, often a book tied in the hair, similar to Virupa with the Hevajra Tantra that's secreted into the folds of the hair on the top of the head. So just a little introduction based on a question about Wangdu Nyingpo. You can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can join Har on Patreon, and you most definitely can make a donation, yes, on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.